Had a chance to sit down and talk with a little bit with Jonathan Huber, aka Luke Harper, about his new movie Mohawk, which can be found on Amazon and iTunes. You can purchase it. And we got to talking. We started talking about the movie. We started talking about The Miz. And we also were talking about his T-shirt from his Wyatt family days. So check it out. Jonathan.
Yes.
Hey, Mark from allwrestling.com.
How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Very good.
Cool. Well, thanks for taking the time to talk to us
No problem.
about your new movie. So I guess to start, just give us a little background on the movie and tell the fans what it's all about.
So I think that this is a period piece that is not your typical good guys, bad guys, white man chasing Native American story. It is a relevant story to today's what's happening in today's world. And it's a thought-provoking piece that will make you wonder who's good and who's bad.
Yeah, I mean, we took a look at it the other day and watched it, and it's definitely more on the horror side of things. Would you say?
I would. I mean, I think some of the aspects of horror are in there, but I think I would consider it a drama before I would a horror.
I mean, and suspense too. I mean, there's a lot of that
absolutely.
going on too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And I think that's more of the horror element of the director and the production company. I don't know if they could, but I think that it's deeper than most horror would get.
Gotcha. Yeah. So this was filmed in upstate New York?
Yep, in Syracuse, up on an Onondaga Reserve, in the middle of the woods.
Yeah. So how long was did the filming go on for?
I was out there for 3 weeks.
Oh, wow. And was this during was it cold or was it?
It was the middle of summer, so we were wearing those giant costumes and sweating.
Yes, yeah. I was thinking that.
And I was actually in the middle of a knee surgery rehab, so that brace in the movie was helpful.
See, I was going to get to that question. I noticed that you were wearing a knee brace, but then the knee brace sort of comes into play later.
Yep, so that was written into the movie before they even sought me out. So when we did the interview, he was like, "Hey, your character in the movie has a knee brace." He's like, "Would that deter you at all?" And I was like, "Oh, well, here's the thing. I have a knee brace on right now because I am rehabbing. So no, it's absolutely fine." And so he's like, "Well, we need you to limp." I said, "Yeah, no problem."
How did you get involved with this film?
So I got a call. I was sitting on my couch rehabbing, and I got a call from talent relations saying, "Hey, someone's interested in using you for their movie." And I said, "Oh, okay." I assumed they were looking for somebody else. And then a couple of days later, the director called me, Ted, and we did a Skype interview and audition, and which I thought I failed miserably.
Yeah.
And and then about 3 days later, he called and said, "Hey, can you be in Syracuse in a month?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Okay, well, where would we fly you out of?" And I said, "Well, Rochester, New York." I said, "I think I can drive."
Oh, okay. So you're from?
I live an hour and a half from the set.
Oh, so that even worked out. Did that have anything to do with him picking you?
No, they had no idea.
Oh. All right.
So it worked out swimmingly because it was weird that the location was perfect. The character had a knee brace. It was a weird set of circumstances.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's so. Now my wife and I watched it, and now she's kind of into the princess, like Hallmark movie type channels. I wouldn't say that this was kind of her.
Oh no.
genre. So where can fans see this film that you're in?
So this one is it's on everywhere right now. I know iTunes, Amazon were the two big ones, and I know we're pushing the iTunes one particularly just because I think they put us on the storefront this morning.
Oh, great!
So but pretty much any on-demand service. I know I have Prime, and I looked today, and you can get it there for rent and purchase.
Okay.
So that was pretty freaking cool.
Yeah. So this is your first kind of film that you've done?
Yep, this is the first anything outside of professional wrestling, acting-wise, I've done.
Now, you have any other projects now with this under your belt?
I would love to. I mean, I just did Damnation for USA, which was just a little brief guest spot, so that was really cool. But other than that, nothing in the fire right now, but hopefully soon.
And would WWE have they haven't approached you now? Maybe after they see this movie, they might be like,
Well,
"Hey,
so they got me Mohawk and they got me Damnation. So hopefully, if this gets out and gets some good traction, hopefully that will open up some more avenues for their film company too.
okay, great." So now that you have this film underneath your belt, now if we can kind of gear a little bit towards the wrestling side of things.
Absolutely.
Now are you going to have any conversations with The Miz or John Cena now that you're kind of part of their club now?
I actually have had several conversations with the Miz, kind of just to help me navigate the lands of acting, because it's a very, very different world, and I don't think people realize that until you get in it. And so to jump in feet first, I was a little nervous. So I did reach out to the Miz. Other than that, not too much advice given.
Gotcha. Now, I want to go to your new gimmick now, the Bludgeon Brothers. Like, how did that all come about?
That came about with me and Rowan being frustrated with sitting backstage and meeting with Vince McMahon and brainstorming to the point of this was born out of that. And basically, when he told us that we could carry giant mallets around, we said sold.
There you go.
Because for us, basically, the name of the game is to get back on TV. We had both been kind of off for an extended period of time. We were both incredibly frustrated. We thought we were being wasted. We thought we have something to offer, and this gives us the platform to show that.
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, you guys are definitely destroying everybody in your path.
Now, right now.
But now, so my final question for you is going back to your old gimmick, kind of with the Wyatt family, and I have to ask you about the shirt that you wore there. I mean, it was kind of gnarly looking, and it kind of hasn't really been washed. Like, can you tell us anything about that?
If you're a fan of indie wrestling at all, you can go back to, I think, 2007, 2008, and you can see me wrestle in Chikara, and you could see me wrestle in a tank top, and you could see me wrestle in a tank top that doesn't look like the one I have in WWE. But it's the same one.
It is the same
and
one.
People do not believe me. I had 3 tank tops, which I wore out terribly, fixed them many times. I had people rip them in the ring that I swore at them and then would fix them. And they're hanging in my closet now.
So they were never
the same ones.
Same ones, never washed, never.
Always washed. Always washed. But that's what they look like now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So back in Chicago, I used to have to wipe the floors with them to get them to look the part. And eventually, after so many washes, the color would just stick, and I kept them.
Oh.
So a lot of people don't believe me, but it's very. My wife's not happy about it.
Cool. Excellent. Cool. Well, hey, thanks, Jonathan, for talking to us. I know you're a busy guy.
Thank you, man.
Mohawk is out now. iTunes, Amazon, you can get it anywhere, and I think the fans should check it out. So thanks for joining me.
I said, I logged on to Amazon Prime, and it was very cool to see it there. So please look at it. I think if wrestling fans give it a chance, like you said, it's a different piece. There's pieces of horror, suspense, and drama in it, and I think if you give it a chance and you think about the movie, I think you'll love it.
Cool. Well, definitely, I recommend it. It was a fun little ride, especially like the second half of the movie. We were both kind of all dialed in, like, what's going to happen?
It's really awesome.
Yeah. So cool. Hey, thanks a lot for checking in with us, and we'll have everybody check it out.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks.